A brand new AEW Allure set has just been announced, and it looks amazing. Last year's Allure was arguably the best AEW set we've had so far, and this looks like it's going to be just as good. So it's a 100 card base just like last year, with lots of different colored parallels, which is one of the things I love about Allure. They mentioned, of course, the hobby exclusive Golden Treasure parallels, so you're not going to find one-of-ones in blasters. So then getting into the short print portion of the base set, they mention here, search for 4 different subsets of the base set, including the base set SPs, base set horizontal SPs, in action, and straps. So similar to how the 2022 Allure, we had the base horizontal SP and then the Star Futures that fell 1 per pack that made up the 101 through 150 portion of the base. It seems like they're doing something very similar here. So a standard 100 card base with a 101 through 150 or 200, however they decide to do it for the short print portion of the base. And then we've got to look at some of the parallels here. We have the orange slice, the red auto parallel, and the AEW logo. Now they do not show the die cut pattern on the orange slice. Those are usually die cut, but in some of the earlier Allure sets they weren't. Personally, I'd be fine if they weren't. I am all for just the standard card size. With the inserts last year in Allure, they were cool, but the die cut patterns on some of them just made them a little awkward to sleeve and such, so I'd personally fine if we move away from the gimmicky die cuts. So on the subject of inserts, we get a look at 3 of them here. We have Aerial, This Is Awesome, and Quartz. So for Aerial, high flying action, be on the lookout for the Aerial insert and its autograph and low numbered parallels. Again, these inserts are probably going to get very similar treatment to what we saw last year with the title fights, the ambitions, the ice screams, where they'll have a couple of low numbered paralleled and then autographed versions. So it seems like a pretty similar concept to what we had last year. It mentions for the Quartz that these are a rare insert. Whether or not these are going to be on the same level as the buses or the 16 bits, we'll talk about the 16 bits a little bit later. They do use the word rare when describing this insert, so they're not going to be as common as these other basic inserts. Color flows are back, and they're even more common this year than they were last. So we have the same 5 cards, red to orange, orange to yellow, yellow to green, green to blue, blue to purple. This year they fall 1 per pack. I'm pretty sure the configuration in 22 was 2 red to orange, 1 orange to yellow, and then you maybe saw a yellow to green, or the green to blue, blue to purple was one of your numbered cards. It doesn't mention anything about them being numbered this year, which I would be okay with. I'm fine if the further down the rainbow, like the yellow to green, green to blue, and blue to purple, if those are just less common, I'm fine with that, but there's no mention of the later stages in the rainbow being numbered. They do mention that there will be Color Flow Golden Treasures, Color Flow Full Rainbow Autos, and Color Flow Golden Treasure Autos, so just like we had last year. Something I'm curious to see if we end up getting in this Allure set. In the most recent NHL Allure set, all of the color flows were unnumbered, just like it seems to be here, but all of the color flow combinations had a parallel, and it was like a seismic foil parallel. Those, I believe, were all numbered to 99. The green to blue and blue to purple may have been numbered a little bit lower. I think that would be really cool to see if we could get some seismic foil parallels to these color flows, and those are the numbered versions. It means that we should all have no issues putting together a basic color flow rainbow, and then for those that want to do like a spicier version or a cooler version, you then have the numbered parallels as well. Whether or not we end up getting color flow parallels is fine with me. I figured I would just toss it out there because it was something that Upper Deck put in their last NHL Allure set. Now we move on to the case hits, and this is where things get really interesting. So just like last year, we have the 16 bits, and those are confirmed. Another very, very cool looking case hit that we get this year, this looks to be the substitute for the buses, is the doubloons. These were in the most recent NHL Allure set, and they look absolutely incredible. The doubloons themselves are like 100 point thick cards. Like, they're really, really nice. So I'm very happy to get them. The only thing to keep in mind is that in the image, it looks like there's a lot of texture to the foil. The NHL cards were not textured. It was just like printed on. Just keep that in mind if you're hoping or expecting them to have a texture on them. So unless they change that for this set, it is not going to be textured. It's just going to be a plain printed image, but still they look amazing in person. And then the box breakdown. So we have the same 8x8 configuration that we had in 22, but what you should expect to see in a box on average, 8 black rainbows, red rainbows, and or orange slice. Usually the orange slices fall 1 per box, and then the red and black rainbows make up the other 7. You'll get 8 color flow cards cards because, again, they said that they are going to be falling 1 per pack this year, so 8 packs per box, 8 color flows. They do not specify any breakdown. I'm assuming that there will be a nice split of them, and it won't just be like 8 red to oranges, so we have no way of knowing how they're going to be split. There'll be 5 inserts. Now, there's a couple inserts here that they did not mention in these pictures here, which is the AEW and the crowd reactions. There's no mention of the quartz insert on here, so again, that is probably going to fall in this last spot here. You'll get 8 base set short prints, base set horizontal short prints, in actions, and straps cards. So basically, you'll get 1 short print card per pack, which again is pretty standard. And then you'll get 2 of the following: a printing plate, serial numbered cards, and or ratioed short print cards. Ratioed short print cards, I believe, are like the unnumbered short prints, like the steel chairs, the yellow taxis, the tooth and nails, those kinds of cards. So that is the breakdown of the new AEW Allure. Again, all of this stuff is subject to change. These images just dropped like an hour ago, but I am very excited. It's nice to see that we have some confirmation that there are AEW sets still being worked on amongst the news of 2023 metal being canceled. Let me know your thoughts about this new AEW Allure set down in the comments below. And if you want to see me rip some of last year's AEW Allure, click one of the videos you see on screen right here.